Alright. Before the video starts, well, it's already started. Before I start the video, well, I already started the video. Before I start talking about the story, I want to say, Mom, if you're watching this is all hypothetical, made up story for entertainment, based off a real situation. So let's just get that out of the way. But without further ado, this is going to be the most Percocets ever taken, and the most I've ever taken. So let's get right into it. Now, first of all, I want to start by saying these are P50s, which is hydrochloride promethazine pills. And hydrochloride, I'm pretty sure, is in Percocets, and then the other ingredient that isn't, I think, would be promethazine. So, like, these are slightly different, but they're basically Percocets. So, how the day started, I just went on my walk, just downtown, going to the spot, see who's there, see if I can get some addies, you know what I'm saying? Jeez, you meet one homeless guy, you think you can just go there every time, you know what I mean? Nonetheless, I head back there, and I had like a backpack full of shit to like trade to these homeless guys, because they'll take anything, fam. Like, they're kind of like, they rip you off with it, but who cares? Like, they're homeless, you know what I mean? Like, they're homeless. They're dealers, they have mad money. It's their business strat. But it's like, yeah, I just took some stuff down. I took some jewelry down. VVS diamond jewelry. This is stupid. Oh, you think I didn't trade something? I'll get into that. So, I'm waiting there for a bit. I finally get to the bus stop, right? No one's there. And then my mom shows up. I'm like, fuck, my mom followed me. Because she caught me getting, like, a bunch of Adderall off this, like, one guy the one time. Traded these $200 sneakers for, like, one Adderall pill. But I bought a bunch more off him. But this is all hypothetical for entertainment. Made up story. Based off a real situation. But, yeah. So, I was waiting there and no one showed up. My mom showed up. She's like, what are you doing here? She should probably leave. She didn't say it like that. She's like, I'm trying my hardest for you, Taylor. Like, I'm trying to protect you. Like, that's how it goes. Every time. But I dip. I go for a walk for a bit. Then I pull up again. Now, the guy that I get, like, the addies off of lives near here. So when I walk here, I can either get addies off my normal guy if he's, like, down to chop, or I can just see if I can meet one of them. So it's like a good strat. I just walk down there, you know what I'm saying? And I see a guy pull up as I'm sitting down. He's like an old fat guy, has like a beard, and he's like, he looked like he was on some perks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sat down, immediately asked me if you had any pills on him. I'm like, fuck the bullshit, you have any pills on you? He's like, yeah, I have a ton of pills. I'm like, alright, bet. He's gonna pull out a few pills. No. Pulls out these bags. Thousands of fucking pills. I'm like, there's no way this guy's anywhere near homeless. He does this. Thousands of different colored pills. Different pills. Oh my gosh. He literally pulled them all out. I could have robbed him for them all. And I made so much money. So much money worth of pills. Anyway, yeah, he pulled some out. He's like, well, you're not looking for something to make you sleep, are you? I was like, 3 days in, no sleep. This was night 4. So I was trying to stay up even longer. I'm like, no, absolutely not. He's like, alright, I have these. They'll get you awake. Pulls out some P50s. I'm like, alright, bet you want to make a trade. I didn't even care what they were. I knew her bro was going to hit me up with something that was blast, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't care what they were. I'm like, you want to make a trade? He's like, yeah, I bet. Sorry, I had to move upstairs. My dad came down. But anyways, he's like, yeah, what you got? I'm like, I have this one necklace. I tried to pull out the small one, right? I'm like, I have this one. I accidentally pulled out the huge Cuban link first. And I'm like, oh, I gotta give this one to my friend, but I have another one. He's like, oh, I like that one. I'm like, of course. Of course you do. So I'm like, I bet you can have it if you want. But it's gonna have to be like a good deal, because this is expensive. It's VVS diamonds. I told him it was CZ diamonds, because, like, you know what I mean? We're on that shit, but I'm like, fine. He pulls out the pills. They're P50s. He's like, puts a bunch in his hand, puts them into my hand. I'm like, all right, a little bit more, buddy. puts them in my hand. I'm like, all right, just empty your hand. And he does it. He just looks at me. He's like, I'm like, good? He's like, I'm like, bet. So I have him in my hand. He's trying to talk to me a bit, and my mom pulls up around the corner. I'm like, fuck, I can't even get any more off this guy. I wasn't planning to anyway, but yeah, my mom pulls up around the corner, and I try to like block her so she can't get to the guy to let him like put his stuff away and shit and get away. But I just left. I just did. Because I'm like, I'm not losing these. And then I ended up popping, what was it? Like 5 to start. Then another 2, like half an hour later. Then another 2. Then another 2, like half an hour apart. By the time I got home, I was tripping. Like, it's like a painkiller, right? So, like, I could feel, like, this nice, cool feeling in my body. Like, an open, like, not breeze. Like, really lightness, breeze feel. Like, I didn't get a breeze, but, like, I felt like a breeze type shit. You know what I mean? And, like, at first, it made me really tired. So I'm like, oh, what was this guy talking about? But as it went on, it, like, made me, like, awake. So, like, that was, like, the second part. But anyways, as soon as I got home, I was tripping. Like, seeing shit. Like, water, like, clear water was, like, all coming up the ground and going up the walls. And just, you know that feeling when you see something in the corner of your eye? That was, like, always. I could just see shit, like, waving by. Tripping. And, like, when I was, like, moving around, it was, like, so, like, out of this world. Well, who is that? Bomb? It's not like I said bomb. But yeah, it was like a bomb, bro. But anyway, later in the night, I popped like 5 more. So I know it was like 15 to 17 total, so maybe a bit more. And then I just passed out, bro. But yeah, I was like tripping. I was tripping hard. It was like nice. Cause like I can move around, and like I felt strong but light. You know what I mean? And like when I like moved to do shit, I feel like I could just slingshot myself like across the room. It was crazy, but like not that crazy. Tripping. It was like a trip. I guess that's what the promethazine did. But it was also a painkiller. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's my stupid ass trading my VVS Diamond $100,000 chain Cuban link for 20 perks. Jesus.